What would be the most ducked up thing that you can do without any consequence? Apparently you can store nearly every American adult's personal and credit history. Have terrible IT security. Get hacked and leak all of that information. Then appear before Congress to get rules written that don't allow your customers, who cannot opt out of your service, to sue you for mishandling their information. Does anyone remember that story on AskReddit a while back about the guy who cheated on his girlfriend all the time? Got chlamydia. Gave it to her. Then told her she was fat and made her take the chlamydia medication under the impression it was weight loss pills, and by the time she figured out they pills weren't making her lose weight and stopped taking them, it was too late and she was already cured. He got away with the whole thing. That is my answer to this thread. Asterisk date someone for years, asterisk convince them that you really like them, asterisk plan your wedding, asterisk don't show up. Gather personal data on everyone's finances to determine a credit rating for each person, without their consent. Make it so that every credit institution in the U.S. relies on this rating to determine if you're okay to lend to or not. Have a lax security policy that allows a hack that literally won 43 million of these very personal records. Remember, nobody agreed to have their records kept in the first place, to be stolen. When you learn about your breach, don't tell anyone and dump your stock shares, because you know there's a shitstorm coming when everyone finds out what all happened and is pissed. And stock shares value plummet. Good thing you're sold yours. Announce your retirement. Received $90 million bonus. So far, absolutely nothing has been done to punish any of this. Fuck you, Equifax. Apparently make a cryptocurrency scam company or ICO. Then execute your exit scam. Take millions of investor, also known as suckers, to these people, dollars. I start working at the bank. Doesn't matter which position. Just as long as I get in there. Then, just go in there every day. Do the work. Gain their trust until I get them in the palms of my hands. They deposit the money into my bank account. Week after week. Month after month. Then, 20, 30 years later, I walk out the front door like nothing even happened. Cause a worldwide financial crisis based on quasi-legal lending to poor people in the United States. Selling off the debt by lying about the status of it. And then making billions of dollars off it. You can go into a McDonald's and take all of the napkins out of all of the dispensers. That's not illegal. Asterisk become a billionaire, asterisk develop a rocket, asterisk do a bad murder, asterisk fire the body into space with the whole world watching. Accept trillions of dollars from the most violent drug cartels and terrorist organizations. Admits it. End up with no charges bought up because my bank is literally too big to fail, and me going to jails means crippling the economy. And no one wants that. Fuck HSBC. Allow someone to die because they can't come up with money for a life-saving medication or operation. Wipe out all databases of credit card and loan companies with an elaborate scheme involving underground fighting clubs. Lie about the amount of money your country could save and give to the beloved NHS and trick a nation into voting for leaving the EU. Costing money, jobs, and the nation's respect in the global community. Fuck you Boris Johnson. Fuck you Michael Gove. Fuck you Nigel Farage. Break into Tiffany's at midnight. Do I go for the vault? No. I go for the chandelier. It's priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's her father's business. She's Tiffany. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come and I escape in one of their uniforms. I tell her to meet me in Mexico. But I go to Canada. I don't trust her. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son and he's the chief of police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell Tiffany to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero. She's been waiting for me all these years. She's never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Berlin. That's where I stashed the chandelier. If you have a neighboring couple that you don't like, Call the police and report a possible domestic violence based on something you heard. In some states, one of the two will have to be arrested by law, which is particularly fun if they are confused enough by the police showing up at the door that they resist the arrest and get tossed. Source: this happened to my GF's sister. Her BF, who would never lay a hand on her, has been in jail for over a month now. I've found out here in Canada at least a couple things. You can steal a car with the keys, and as long as you don't take anything or damage the vehicle, the police won't do anything. Even if you did damage it, insurance will make you whole, so it's not worth the time it would take for the police to solve the crime. Prime Minister's stealing 200M from its own people, storing it in offshore islands, being caught. But instead of being arrested, you get to write your own books and go around giving autographs. Scrates. Portugal. Go to Carolina Biological Society. Buy male and female roaches. Release them in random houses/businesses. I can go to any grocery store, pick up a package of meat, and stuff it behind a section of non-refrigerated products, wasting money, food, and causing a cleanup for some poor minimum wage person of horrible smells. In Sweden, deliberately get the car behind you to slam into you. Even though it's your fault, the one behind gets to pay both insurance self-risk costs. Ordering many items from small online vendors and then sending them back. Many types of items can't be sold again. Clothes. Other items lose value if the original packaging has been opened before, and for other items the seller has to check every single returned item for integrity and resale value. You can bankrupt small vendors with this method. Bullying people. X. Everyone is bullying Trump, for example. I hate that man as much as the next guy. But the way people are laughing at him for the way he looks, talks, walks. Just one big promotion of bullying. EX2. Everyone talks behind other people's back. See someone weird on the street? Let's openly discuss how weird that guy is, without even thinking about why this person is different. Unfortunately, some of the weird people hear such conversations and it ducks them up even more. Everyone seems to get away with bullying. We pretend to be against it, but nobody stops doing it. Be protected by the law from killing people without reason, because you are the embodiment of that law. I saw a lady fall out of an elevator and knock herself unconscious. I stood there laughing, because she was carrying a large container of marbles. They all started rolling off the second-floor balcony. I couldn't help myself. The EMTs looked at me like I was some sort of sociopath. Be a negligent teacher in a low-income area. It's amazing how many teachers get away with not having prepared lesson plans and little accountability for the success of their students. My girlfriend broke up with me last Sunday. Let me premise this in saying that it was an okay breakup, I guess. She's not in a good place and feels like this is something she has to do, even though she loves me and still wants me to be a part of her life. I know her better than she knows herself sometimes. If I so felt like it, I could probably tear her down into nothing. I know secrets about her. Her insecurities. I could break her into pieces and destroy her if I felt like it. I think this goes for everyone that's been in a long-term relationship. I won't do that. I'd never do that. I love her too much. And to be completely honest, I'd take her back in a heartbeat if given the chance. Watching someone die without doing anything, you can laugh at the victim, you can dance on top of the victim, you can just take a picture and do nothing. I heard once that eating someone is legal, as long as you don't kill them. If that's completely true, but it's ducked up. Make a game called The Forest. Get Kickstarter funds and people to buy the game and then forever leave it in beta testing so the consumer cannot be mad it's buggy. Systematically fuck over everyday citizens of your country. By underfunding vital public services, purposely underfund a national healthcare system in order to sell it off in a backdoor deal, consistently and unfairly raise taxes in order to increase the budget for the country whilst allowing massive businesses to not pay $20 billion a year. Have rampant poverty, homelessness and joblessness whilst claiming the country is better than it has ever been. And blame it all on benefits claimants, 2010. Immigrants, 2015, and Jeremy Corbyn, 2017. I love my country so ducking much. Publicly accuse someone of rape. Falsely. But don't file a police report. Sure, they might sue you civilly for slander. But those cases pretty much never work out for the accused rapist. If you file a police report and you're lying, well, now you've just committed a crime. But getting on Facebook and crying rape is 100% legal, and will ruin someone's life. Buy pharmaceutical companies. Increase the price of the medicines your new company sells by 5,000%. Collect the money from insurance companies for the new price. Drive the price of healthcare and insurance through the roof. Here in Britain, you can be convicted of rape and sexual assault on 12 women and be a free man again in under 10 years. True story. A friend's wife cheated on him. He convinced her they would recover from this and got her to sell everything she owns to live the dream in an RV that was in his parents' name. Then he ducked her mom, that's a whole other story, and dumped his wife. She is homeless, owns nothing, and has a destroyed relationship with her family. Legally, he did nothing wrong. Whether or not it was justified revenge or if he went too far is a topic of debate among our group of friends. Become a televangelist, homeopath, ECT, and trick people with serious illnesses that could kill them to stop taking their medication and cancel their treatments. Spread fake news and lies to convince people vaccines are bad. The earth is 6,000 years old. The end of the world is coming. Obama is the Antichrist, etc. Once, when I was on the bus in high school, there was a family outside playing with their dog. When the dog saw the bus, it darted into the road, right under the bus front tire, and got flattened in front of the family, including 2 young children. My bus driver stopped, said sorry, through the window, and drove on. Legally, you can buy an invaluable piece of art and simply destroy it. I think a couple of idiots did that once, drawing clown heads on original sketches, if I'm not mistaken. Go to a lake, see Phil Collins, see someone drowning, don't do anything to save them, get invited to the Phil Collins concert, and this is the secret, don't go, and before all of you go bonkers. I know. Injecting your children with hormones, causing permanent damage to their body and growth because they think they are the other gender. Apparently make a false rape allegation, let the man go to jail, and then come out about your lie later on. Giving your 12-year-old up for adoption. I found out that's what happened to my uncle, which to me made his extreme alcoholism a bit more understandable.